All right, Shalom. Giving all praise to Yahweh Bashim Shai. Double honors to the apostles and those of great millstone. Yahweh Bashim Shai Barakathum. To you, hopefully, elect out there. Today being Wednesday, January 25th. The hope for year that all these prophecies come to pass, because to the true saints, those that are crying and sighing for the filthy abominations that's going on throughout the four corners of the earth, as the scriptures tell us, we have no continuing city, but we see when to come. All right, because as we can't go into it enough, man, for the simple fact that America is not a rest. This is just merely a pit stop. All right, because hey, man, when it comes down to it, we're simply just pilgrims, passing through, man, passing through the land. We're merely pilgrims passing through. You see. So again, hey, we seek we seek paradise, man. As the scriptures talk about how paradise is being opened unto us, man, is being prepared to us. All right, it's being made ready. And again, we're just with this, what we see, man, we're just merely pilgrims just passing through, man. This is merely a pit stop. All right. You see, man. So, again, with that being said, this being the year, the hopeful year that the prophecy is coming to pass, man. Because again, if we want to go home, man, Jake is tired, man. Jake is tired, and Lord willing, this is it, man. Lord willing, this be it. As the scriptures as well, it talks about us hastening. We got to be in the spirit of hastening. And hey, man, I believe Yahweh Shema Shai he's been hearing our prayers and our supplications, because things are moving. Things are moving at a rapid rate, man. Things are moving very, very quickly. Here it is. They just this whole doomsday clock, man. It just been set to 90 seconds till midnight, man. Because Esau knows that it has but a short time, and Esau, and his last efforts, all right, he's going to come all full force with it. He's going to come all out with it, man, because he knows that he has but a short time. He knows his time is running out. You see? So again, I believe, hey, we can expect things to ramp up even more. Hey, Yahweh Shema Shai, he's getting ready to let this pit bull off the leash, man. He's getting ready to let this pit bull off the leash. You see? Because, there's a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to talk about, but let's start with the simple fact, this looming, the fact that this economy, man, is getting ready to collapse, man. America's economy is on a verge of collapsing, and as it's been said plenty of times, in order for them to bring in this new system, to usher in a new system, they have to crash the old system. And that's what we see going on right now. It's no coincidence. You got the central banks, man, stacking up on these gold reserves, man. And the last time they did that, if I'm not mistaken, was before Nixon took the gold standard off the dollar, man. What was that? Back in 70 or 71, somewhere around that time. Because these wicked elites, it's all a controlled demolition, man. It's a controlled demolition. All right. They know the system's going to collapse. They know this dollar's going to crash, because they're the ones orchestrating it. They're the ones orchestrating it. You see? Because again, in order for them to bring in a new system, they have to crash the old one. You see? So with this whole beta test with the Bank of America, and people, mysteriously, missing money, and people woke up and they were in the negatives, right? Hey, that was just a beta test, man. That was just a test run. Because when more and more incidences like that take place, It's going to cause mass bank runs. And for those that don't know about fractional reserving, man, let's say you have $10,000 in the bank. Well, it's all numbers on a screen at the end of the day. So just because, it shows up on your bank account, $10,000 may be in your bank account, that doesn't mean the bank, actually has that amount, because again, you could have $10,000 in the bank, all right, but because of fractional reserving, fractional, I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, but fractional reserving. Like I said, I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, but basically, you go to take out the full amount, man. They're only liable to give you 10% of that. So, just a point showing that just because, like I said, it's all numbers on the screen. Just because you might have a certain amount in your bank account doesn't mean the bank is actually walking around with that amount of money. You see, and it's beautiful because, hey, what they're talking about right now, man, with these bail-ins, right? And this is something that's been in my spirit lately, man. Going into the intricate details of how prophecy's playing out. All right, the intricate details. Yeah, because we know riots is going to take place. We know all hell is going to break loose out here in America. We know this. All right, and we've been given a general understanding, the general outlook, right? But now we're seeing the details play out, which that could be in the form of many ways. And one of those many ways, one of those several ways of just all hell breaking loose, and just because again, pretty soon, man, America's going to be completely. It's just going to be complete anarchy out here, lawlessness, man. And people are going to take matters into their own hands, and a part of that being the fact that people not being able to access the money in the bank accounts, right? People not being able to feed their families and pay for groceries and things of that nature, right? Hey, as I've said before, you back a cat into a corner, man, it's going to come out swinging, and that's what Esau strategically. That's what he's doing. He's putting everyone in a tight situation to where eventually, people are just going to say the hell with it. They're just going to say the hell with it, man, and take matters into their own hands, right? I'm going to go ahead and go into this in Revelation, the 6th chapter. Because again, Esau, the Lord is getting ready to let this people on the leash. He's going to use Esau as a tool to stir up a lot of chaos and bring in a lot of judgment. So Revelation chapter 1. Matter of fact, I just start out verse 1 and just go through it, see where the Spirit leads me. Revelation 6:1, it says, and I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals and heard it, and I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, come and see. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. Now, you can go to Isaiah. You go to Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud. All right, talking about the chariots. Because when Yahushua invades this earth, all right, he's coming to take Esau, Edom out of power, all right, and to subdue Esau, Edom, and to subdue all these nations, these heathen nations. You can read about that in Revelation 19. All right, it says it shall come into Egypt, talking about spiritual or modern day Egypt, which is spiritual Egypt, talking about America. It says, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Because contrary to popular belief, what people have been taught, what people believe, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, man, he's not coming back to as I always say, man, give hugs and kisses to people, man. man, the Lord is a man of war. You know, if you know anything about a man of war, man, he's a bloody man. He's violent. He's austere. You know, and that's what Yahweh Shai. That's what the Heavenly Father's coming in. That's what he's sending his son for. You know, he's sending his son forth to bring forth violence. Because as a brother, the head brother he's been bringing it out about how, hey, that's the only language for the most part that these people speak. That's what they understand. It's violence. You see, wait, Yahweh is coming to bring all the smoke that these people don't want. You know, Yahweh is coming to bring all the smoke that these people don't want. They thought they wanted, but they're not going to be ready for it, man. They're not going to be ready for it. You know, go to Revelation 19. Revelation 19. These are the scriptures that they're not going to tell you in a Christian church, man. They're not going to break these things down to you in a Christian church. You know, they want to call us fearmongers. Well, you damn right. The Lord, the Most High, is a fearmonger. You know, you're going to get with his program or else. You know? Because, you know, people want to be told soothing things. They want to be told comforting words. They want to be told there is not going to be no Jacob's trouble. They want to be told that you could just live a life of just wickedness and sin. And then at the very, very, very last second, you could just walk into the kingdom. Nah, man. You can get beamed up and just live in the clouds while all this destruction is going on here on the earth. Nah, man. You see? In Revelation 19, going to verse 7, let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him. For the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife hath made herself ready. All right, so you see, it's like it read in Revelation 6. All right, that Lamb is talking about Yahweh Shai. All right, because you know, again, part of the Lord's mercy, the Lord showing forth his mercy, is the fact that he's given us time to repent and make ourselves to be found in his good graces. Because again, Yahweh is coming with the smoke, and we don't want no smoke. We don't want smoke with the Most High, man. We don't want smoke with Yahweh Shai whatsoever. You see, and thankfully, hey, the Lord has put a spirit on the elect, man. The hopeful elect, to where we understand that, hey, we get it, man. We messed up, and you know, it's just like, Lord, all right, Bubba Shaw, you know. Again, because like I said, it's as easy, it's as simple as repenting. All right, repenting and putting forth your best foot forward, man, with a sincere effort, a sincere heart. It's that simple. You know, because like it tells you in Isaiah, man, how much more how much more ass whoopings does the Lord have to give out, man? You know, so like I said, thankfully the Lord put a spirit on the elect, the hopeful elect, to where we understand, hey, we get it, and we want to go home. You know, we want to go home, man. All right, you know, so we deal with the Lord's chastening now. All right, but everyone else, man, they have to find out the hard way, and this is why judgment is necessary. As I mentioned, you know, like I said, we're just pilgrims passing by, man. You know, this was merely a pit stop along the way, because it was necessary for us to see this wickedness. All right, it was necessary for us to see this wickedness, to know what wickedness is about. So that way, when the kingdom comes, Lord willing, we're that number, we'll be the future judges of the earth. Hey, we know both sides, the righteousness and the wickedness, and we'll be able to judge accordingly. So it was necessary for us to be in this position to observe this wickedness. All right, you know, it was necessary. So that's why, again, in Revelation 19:7, let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him. For the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife had made herself ready. Talking about us, the hopeful elect. All right, we're getting ourselves in order, man. You know, spiritually bathing in you know, the bath salts and the oils. You know, that was part of our customs and traditions. The women, you know, they would I think think it's 6 months, they would soak themselves in oils, essential oils and things of that nature. But spiritually speaking, that's what we're doing. All right? Making ourselves ready to meet the husband, man. You know? It says, and to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white. For the fine linen is the righteousness of the saints. You see, and this is why, as a little side note, when it comes to the so-called white man, we refer to him as the so-called white man. All right? You know, because we're not black. All right? Esau, he's a so-called white man because white in the scriptures, what I just read was an example of that represents purity, righteousness, you know, perfectness. So in essence, we're the real so-called white people, all right? In essence, so to say, all right? Again, we're not black, man. And this is all part of Esau and, you know, the way that he, you know, his terminology and things of that nature, all right? You know, because when you go into what the meaning of these different words, man, black goes into basically when you think black, man, you think negativity, void of anything positive, man, void of anything good. You know, so when you hear brothers talk about, when you hear brothers use the terms so-called black and so-called white, all right, again, because we're not black, man. Like I said, if anything, Esau, he's a so-called black man. He's the real nigger, man. He's the real nigger. We're the real so-called white people, man. You see? It says, and he saith unto me, right, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. And he said unto me, these are the true sayings of the Most High. And I fell to his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. And again, because beautiful times that we're in, man, because, hey, like I said, we've been given a general outlook on prophecy, you know, what's going to happen, but now we're seeing the intricate details of it play out, you know. Just a side note real quick, it's like with World War III, man, you know, it's being talked, it's in the talks, you know, the word on the street is that, because, you know, right now you got America and Germany and all these other nations sending their tanks, sending tanks to the Ukraine, right? And it's being reported, again, word on the street is, you know, because those tanks, I think it's the Abram tanks, if I'm not mistaken. There's the Abram tanks, right? Russia, you know, those tanks will pretty much obliterate Russia. Russian tanks, man. You know, it would pretty much obliterate Russia. The Russians, man. You see? So it's being said that Russia is, to pretty much stop this from happening, Russia is mobilizing to, you know, attack Ukraine, all right, strategically. Because again, if Ukraine gets those tanks, man, which some of those tanks are being supplied by NATO countries, you know, because they're saying that with this, Germany is pretty much, with that move, Germany is pretty much declaring war on Russia. You know, for those that don't know, hey, World War II, man. If you don't know the history, you know, you see. So the Lord is stirring some shit up, man. Because again, Russia is being said that they're mobilizing to strike Ukraine and position themselves, you know, to deliver a very devastating blow to Ukraine. Because again, if Ukraine gets those tanks, man, Russia won't be able to stand a chance. You see. And people think that this is good news because again, this could very well turn the tides in this war. Right, that Ukraine could win. Ukraine could win this war, but according to prophecy, that's not how it's going to play out. That's not how it's going to play out, man. But nevertheless, just sidetrack real quick. Again, this is a part of the intricate details. We see the events leading up to how World War III is going to play out. Well, we're seeing the details on how this war's war is going to play out. This third world war is going to play out. Because hey, Russia's getting desperate, man, and something's getting ready to happen out here. Because hey, on another note, since we're talking about war, all right, Israel and America just I don't know if they've done it yet, but the talks of them conducting another military exercise, right? And I think they said that this is the biggest military exercise that they've ever done. Why is that? Well, because I think they said they seen like B-52 bombers, or they see some planes headed towards Israel, right? I don't know if it was a ship, it was something that they seen heading towards Israel. Because again, they're supposed to be conducting this military exercise. Like I said, it's supposed to be the biggest one. Now again, why is that? Well, hey, to stop Iran from, becoming a nuclear threat. Because if Iran gets a hold of those missiles, man, if they become a nuclear threat, the whole Middle East is in trouble, man. So they want to stop Iran from, possessing these weapons and taking control of that area, right? Now check this out, because they were saying, again, this is all wars or rumors of wars. This is all rumors, right? This is all word on the street, right? Israel and America, they've been talking about, Israel's been talking about striking down, Iran's nuclear facilities to again stop them from, getting those weapons and whatnot, right? But like I just mentioned, with the talks of Russia mobilizing to, strike the Ukraine. Well, check this out, because again, it's being said, word on the street, that America and Israel could strike Iran if and when Russia conducts this strike on Ukraine. Well, why is that? Well, because as we know, Iran being an ally to Russia, so if Russia is pretty much occupied with striking Ukraine, right? They won't really be able to get too involved if Israel and America strike Iran. You see, that's the word on the street right now. So, like I said, man, just paying attention to the intricate details on things, man. Hey, again, call it Yahweh Shema Shai. We're in the time of prophecy, man. I'm gonna read it again, Revelation 19:10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. And you see, all right, we're in a time of prophecy, man. Things are happening. Things are playing out. Things are playing out. The Lord willing, the Lord doesn't take his foot off the gas pedal, man. Lord willing, man, this thing continues to speed roll. All right. Like I said, man, we're ready to get the hell up out of here. We're ready to go home. We're ready to go home, man. The reading on it says, verse 11, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. So, going back to Revelation 6, Lord, when I go back to it, going back to that white horse, man, he's talking about Yahweh Shai coming in the chariot, as well as Michael the archangel and all the other angels. Because again, this earth is going to get invaded by a number of angels that we can't. It's going to be an innumerable amount of angels invading the earth, with Yahweh Shai leading the charge. You see, it said he come to It said, and in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. You see? Like I said, hey, Yahweh Shema Shai, man of war. Alright? A man of war is very strategic, very calculative, alright, very violent, austere, alright, very bloody. And that's what Yahweh Shai is coming to do. He's coming to bring the smoke. All the smoke that these people think they want, but they don't want. Yahweh Shai is coming with it. You see? It says, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew, but he himself. Talking about his rank, all right? It says, it said his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, because again, Yahushua is coming to take dominion from Esau and Edom and put all these other nations under subjection, man. That's what Yahushua is coming to do. Because like I said, he's coming to judge and to make war. You see? So, hey, Yahushua is also coming to take out 2/3, all those that didn't want to get right, all those that didn't want to submit to the will, the ordinance of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, hey, you're part of the reason why Yahushua is coming back so pissed off, man. That's why I said his eyes were as a flame of fire, man. All right, this is a day that the Lord is coming back with rage in his heart, man. Yahushua cannot wait to come back and get busy, man. Because until you look at all those that didn't want to serve me, bring them up hither and slay them before me. You see, Yahushua is coming to get busy, man. He's coming to get busy and put in. The Lord's coming to put in work. You got Jack on the block talking about bragging about 2 or 3 bodies that they got, that they got under their belt. 5, 6 bodies they got under the belt. Hey, listen, ain't nobody. Hey, Yahushua is coming back. He's coming back. Ain't nobody's getting more bodies than Yahushua. What he's about to get, man. A real top shotter, man. Yahushua's coming in to put in that real work in righteousness, man. Verse 14, it says, and the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. Talking about those angels, like I just mentioned. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. So you see me read that again. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, man. When you go into 2 Ezra 13, man, hey, like I said, people think they want smoke with the Most High. People think they want smoke with Yahweh Shema Shai. Well, he's going to give it to you. And when you read in 2 Ezra 13, hey, there's going to be more than these people are going to write a check that their ass can't cash, man. They're going to bite up more than they can chew. Because it says that how, hey, just at the sight of this, man, people are going to be dropping dead. People's hearts are literally going to stop beating. Just at the sight of this, man. When the house shot shows up, just at the sight of this, a lot of people are going to be in the spiritual realm, just like that. Just at the sight of this. Because again, Yahushua's coming with the smoke. All right. It says that with it shall smite the nations and shall rule them with a rod of iron. So you see, like I said, Yahushua's coming to take bring these nations under subjection, man. To subdue these nations. Right? And it also said, he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the almighty power. Because, hey, Yahushua is coming back with such force. It's going to be as if the Most High is showing up himself. That's how devastating it's going to be. It's going to be like the Most High is going to be here and show up himself, man. Because it also mentioned, it said, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath, right? Because the scriptures also talk about, matter of fact, let me get it real quick. In Isaiah, Isaiah 63. Isaiah 63. I'll start at verse 1. Slocky, it's windy as hell, Isaiah 63:1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bosra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in a wine fat? Because you get a wine fat, when you tread grapes, you literally, stomping on the grapes and whatnot. And with that being said, your garment can get garment can get dirty, But that's what this is being likened unto, right? When you read verse 3, it says, I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all and I will stain all my remnant. So you see, symbolically speaking, there's going to be a lot of bloodshed, because again, that's what ain't nobody get more bodies, ain't nobody catching more bodies than Yahushua. Yahushua's coming to get busy, man. He's coming to put in that work. A lot of people are going to get killed on that day. On the second day of what they call the second day of Jesus Christ. No, man. Yahushua is coming to kill a lot of people. I don't know if it's in the same chapter, but it talks about the blood being up to the horse's bridle, man. That's a lot of blood, man. That's a lot of bloodshed. Well, that's what Yahushua is coming to do. All right, to quench out, stamp out wickedness, right, and to establish righteousness, man. As I read in Revelation 19, he's coming to judge and to make war, right? The Lord Yahushua is coming to establish righteousness. You see, hey, two kings can't sit on the same throne, man. And that's what it's about at the end of the day. It's either about, you're either going to choose Esau or you're going to choose Yahushua, man. Yahweh Bashmal Shai. Well, 2/3, they've chosen Esau. Because again, there's no in-betweens. And that's what, hey, this word, man, the power of this word, man, it forces you to choose sides, man. The spirit of Yahweh Bashmal Shai forces you to choose a side. Because there's no gray area, man. From the different doctrines that these buggers are coming out with, talking about we're in the new covenant, so on and so forth, man. You see the power that the Lord is working in the earth, man. The power that the Lord is working in the earth, man. That's what this word does, man. The spirit that's behind this force, man, it forces you it forces your true self, your true spirit, because hey, these guys that are were once amongst us, they never were really with us, man. And like I said, it was just a matter of time before the spirit forced it out of them, forced their true intent out of them, man. But going back to Revelation 19. That was pretty much the point. Just touching on that white horse, right? This lamb, talking about Yahushua. Going back to Revelation 6 and 2 again, and I saw, and behold, a white horse, pure power. Because that's what Yahushua is coming. He's coming in pure power. As the scriptures say, the Lord is not coming to meet thee as a man. He's coming in his full glory. And he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And he went forth conquering into conquering. And again, hey, that's what Yahushua is coming to do, man. All right? Take these nations out of power. All right? Finally, when you read in Revelation 18, it talks about that great millstone. All right, because that's how America was established. That's how America was going to be taken out. America was established by violence. America is going to be taken out by violence. Very violently. America is going to be taken out very violently, man. And you see, this place is already being destroyed from the inside out. It's already crumbling from the inside out. It's rotten from the inside out. When Yahushua is just coming to deliver the knockout blow. America's already on her knees, man. And Yahushua just coming to, lay this bitch to rest permanently. verse 3 says, so that was the first seal, you know. Verse 3, and when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And you see, because going back to the whole point, hey, Yahweh Bashim is getting ready to let this pit bull off the leash, man. You know, and there's about to be a lot of chaos. There's about to be a lot of just anarchy, man. You know, to the point where, you know, it's going to get so bad, man. Hey, you know, it's going to be like some shit straight out of a movie, you know. You're not going to have any insurance of your life, man, out here. It's going to be so bad. It's going to be best to just stay indoors, you know, because out of lawlessness, there's going to be a dog-eat-dog world out here. And Yahweh Bashim Shah is using Esau to stir up this chaos, you know, because again, more and more Esau's putting these people into a corner. Well, hey, these people are going to come out swinging. Like I said, if you have any animal in the corner, hey, this is going to come out swinging. It's just going to come out. It's just going to come at you. But that's what Esau's doing to the average people, man, to the average individual out here, man. You know, backing them more and more to the corner to where, hey, like the saying goes, when people have nothing to lose, they lose it. And Esau, he's waiting on people to lose it. He's counting on it. He's banking on it. All right, because again, it's a total demolition. But this is going to get to a point where Esau, he's going to lose control, man. He's going to lose control, you know. Because from there, that's when they want to establish. Again, it all goes back to Esau and him trying to establish his NWO, right? Yeah, that's what it all goes back to. All right, him trying to establish his NWO. You see? So with the chaos, it's going to ensue all type of, like I mentioned, with bank runs, you know, and we're seeing small glimpses of that in Atlanta right now. You know, they're tearing shit up over there right now in Atlanta, man. You know, people are going crazy, man. People, again, expect more and more events, people rioting and looting. All right. You know, just expect this to ramp up to see it. We're going to see it. This is going to be the new normal. This is going to be more and more common. You know, and like I said, Yahweh Shema Shai is using Esau Edom, all right, to stir all this chaos up. So it justifies them in bringing in their NWO, all right. So again, it says, and there went out another horse that was red, all right, talking about Esau, the red Hebrew Edomite. You read about that in Genesis 25, man. He came out red, and it said, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. You see, because this is what Esau, this is what he breeds. Everywhere he goes, he breeds chaos, destruction. All right, it follows him everywhere he goes, man. You know. So again, Yahweh Shema Shah is using Esau Edom to take away peace from the earth. That's why we see protests, riots all over the place. Peru, protests, uproars of the people in Peru, Brazil. You know. Soon to be here in America, man. It's just a matter of what event is it going to take for these people to lose it. Talk about these Americans, man, because, hey, as bad as it is over here, it's not as nearly as bad as it is in other countries. You know, it's not as nearly as bad as it is in other countries, but Americans are so stupid, they're so dumbed down, they're so docile, right? That the little things, like you had what was it, last year, right? When you had out there in Kazakhstan, when overnight, if I'm not mistaken, the price of the gas went up, right? And hey, overnight you have people protesting and rioting, man. You know, you see something little like that. Like I said, if what was going on over here, what's going on over here, if it was going on in other places, hey, you know, if it was as bad as it is here in other places, you know, there would have been riots, man, going on, man. But just show you how stupid these Americans are. They don't know nothing. So it's just like, what is it going to take for these Americans to come out swinging, man? Well, what's it going to take? Well, hey, when people can't access their money, all right, and can't pay for groceries, and when their luxuries are taken away from them, their comfort is taken away from them, right? Lord willing, that'll be the straw to break the camel's back. Because we're tired of suffering these people, but we're tired of dealing with these people. We can't wait for this shit to happen, man. We can't wait for this thing to go down, man. We can't wait. But it says, and they that should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword, man. So hey, through America, through the little horn, all right, America, this is where Esau's blessing was perfected, man. This is where his blessing was perfected, and he's getting ready to come down with that full force. His last ditch, man, his last efforts to establish this NWO. All right, Esau is getting ready to come full force with it, man. And just Lord willing, we're preserved because hey, we can't wait to see this thing go down, man. We can't wait to see this thing go down. You got again, Jake talk about how they run the block. Jake thinking that they run a block that's named after a so-called white man. That's named after Edomites. And Jake can't shoot for shit, man. That's why you got a lot of times you got little babies getting hit by stray bullets and shit. Because Jake can't shoot for shit, right? But they think they can top Esau at his own blessing. No, man. Esau, hey, Yahweh Shemar Shah is about to show Jake, man, what the deal is. What's the bro say? The real John Wick with the stick, man. Jake is about to find out. Because Esau got some shit for your ass out here, man. It's so much that hey, we're gonna need spiritual power, man. That's the only way we can get delivered. That's the only way we can get saved, man. It's through divine intervention. That's our only hope. That's our best bet. Because again, we're not gonna beat Esau at his own blessing, man. All right, we're not gonna beat Esau at his own blessing. All right, the sword, man, his guns. All right. That's what he relies on. That's how he takes everything, as I mentioned before. Hey, that's how America was established. By violence. By Esau and his sword. That's how this place was established in the first place, man. But you think Esau, man, listen, Jake has no idea. Jake has no idea what's getting ready to happen. Again, Yahweh Shemar Shah is getting ready to let these people off the leash. Alright? And the real John Wick with the stick is about to show up. See, Esau got some shit for your ass, boy. But I'm jump down in verse 7, Revelation 6:7. And when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast saying, "Come and see." And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death. And hell followed with him. And like I said, hey, with Esau, hey, everywhere he goes, he breeds death. All right, confusion, destruction. Everywhere the so-called white man goes, hey, death follows him. All right, because hey, he is the harbinger of death. He is. His track record speaks for himself, man. All right. If this not the man of sin that the scriptures talk about, then who is he, man? Japhet? Who is he? If it's not Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, then who is it? And this is why going back to why there's been protests and riots in all these other countries for years. Why? Because the Esau, Edom, all right, all these nations have slept with the whore, and now they're feeling the burn. All these nations have slept with this whore, and now they contracted STDs, and now they're mad, they're pissed off. So this is why they've been protesting and rioting, because they want the so-called white man out of their country. Because of his quote-unquote democracy, his diplomacy, his wine, man. He, like it tells you, he transgresses by wine, man, his different philosophies. And that's why, again, these nations are in shambles. These countries they've gone to shit. Once prosperous countries and nations, all right, have now become third world countries, man. You know, because again, Esau, everywhere he goes, he brings forth, he produces that he plants that seed of destruction. All right, he plants that seed of destruction, right? And this is why we see what we see throughout the four corners of the earth, all of these countries, man, pissed off, mad as hell, telling the so-called white men to get the hell out of that country. You know, again, verse 8, Revelation 6 and 8. And I looked and behold a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death. And hell followed with him. And power was given unto him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword and with hunger and with death and with the beasts of the earth. All right, talking about America, the fourth part of the earth, talking about America, man. All right, because this is the spearhead of all this wickedness that we see throughout the four corners of the earth. America has been used as the spearhead. You see, America has been used as that spearhead, man. But notice how it said power was given unto him, because again, Yahweh set this devil up for a specific purpose. Like it tells you what is that in Proverbs, how he was created for that day of evil. Like I said, Yahweh Shai, Esau is nothing but a tool for the Heavenly Father on the left hand, man. Like I said, and he's getting ready to let this people off the leash. So that's why we're going to see more and more judgment, more and more death, famine. All right, like I said, it said, and power was given unto him. Power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, America, to kill with sword and with hunger and with death and with the beasts of the earth. So, hey, when it's all said and done, hey, you know, I mentioned how these once prosperous and rich, wealthy nations are now turned into a third world country. Well, hey, America's going to be turned, America's going to be humbled even more, even greater. Because Yahweh Bashim Shah has special judgments reserved for Babylon, man. Yahweh Bashim Shah has special judgments reserved for this place. You know, and all these things are already happening throughout the four corners of the earth. But when it hits America, it's going to hit this place the worst. America's going to be totally unrecognizable very soon. America's pretty much already a third world country, man. Pretty much already a third world country. You know, but when these things are in full blown effect, man, hey, you know, that's going to be all that she wrote. You know, I touched on this the other day, going into Revelation 18, man, hey, because America's destruction is going to be publicized, man. Everyone's going to see the downfall of this place. All right, everyone's going to see this place get hit with missiles, man. And these nations that were, you know, once, you know, made a buck or two off of America, they're going to wail because of this place, because of the downfall of this place, because of America's destruction. But when you read it in Revelation 18, hey, not to the elect, you know, not to the elect, man. We're not going to shed a tear over this place. Hey, we might cry tears of joy, but we're not going to shed any tears of remorse for this place. We can't wait to see this bitch go down, man. We can't wait to see this place be destroyed. Again, we're in a state of hastening. We want to see this thing go down, man. And again, beautiful times that we're in, because we are witnessing the downfall and the destruction of this wicked kingdom. You know, we are witnessing the downfall of this wicked kingdom. And Lord willing, like I said, Yahweh Shema Shai is already strategically bringing this place down from the inside out. You know, and it's just a matter of Yahweh Shema Shai coming to deliver the knockout blow. And Lord willing, we get to see the devastating blow, man. The devastating left hand, or the uppercut, or, you know, however, you know, Lord willing, we see the ultimate destruction, man, which is going to come our way, those ICB missiles, you know, Lord willing, man. Because, hey, scriptures tell us, man, blessed is the man that lives to see the downfall of his enemies. You know, because it's not going to be just America, but hey, you know, 2/3 of our people, Eve, you know, like I said, Esau, all these other nations, we can't wait to see all this shit go up in flames, man. We just can't wait to see it. You know, at one point it was a thing of the hell with this, Lord. I want to go back in the spiritual realm, you know. But we go from that to we actually want to see how this is going to play out. We want to be here. We want to witness this, man, in real time. Lord willing, you know. Lord willing, man. Hey, beautiful times that we're in, man. You know, beautiful times that we're in. You know, but nevertheless, we are in those times. Let me get one more. Let me get one more. Mark chapter 13. Mark chapter 13, man. We know we're in that season of seeing the record go down, man, and seeing the kingdom being established. We're in that season. Mark 13:28. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When her branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is near. So ye in like manner, when ye shall see these things come to pass, know that it is nigh, even at the doors. So you see, man, it was once a thing of Yahushua being right around the corner to, hey, Yahushua, he's right at the front door, man. Right at the front door. You know, we see all these signs and prophecies come to pass, man. Hey, you know, it's right there at the doors, man. We just got to hold on just a little longer, like it tells you in Matthew 24, man. Just endure until the end. We just got to hold on just a little longer. Just a little longer, man. You know, because, hey, the beautiful thing about it, hey, you know, the hopefully elect, hey, our faith, man, the Lord is moving on our behalf, you know, because, hey, we're expecting the Lord to do something. I've mentioned going into the spirit of anticipation, right? The spirit of anticipation is in the air. We're expecting Yahweh Shema to do something, you know. We are expecting Yahweh Shema to do something, man, and soon, real quick. Well, hey, again, the Lord is looking at our faith, man, and hey, the Lord's going to act on our behalf. I believe. And I feel it. I know brothers feel it. The Lord sees our faith, and He's going to move on our behalf, man. He's moving on our behalf. So it's just a little longer, man. Because again, remember, hey, Esau, he knows that he has but a short time. So it's just a matter of the Lord putting the spirit on Esau, Edom, to go ahead and do what he's got to do. All right? It's just a matter of the Lord putting his spirit on these devils, man. And, you know, hey, that's going to be all that she wrote, man. So how about Shemashah? He hears us, man. You know, he's seeing our affliction. He's looking down on our afflictions, and he's moving on our behalf. And the Lord's going to show up. He's going to show up for us, man, Lord willing. Yahweh Shemashah, he's going to show up for us, man. It's just a matter of holding on just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. You know? But hey, Lord willing, this is edifying, giving all praise to Yahweh Shemashah. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh Shemashah, rock a thumb to you, hopefully elect. Lord willing, until next time. Shalom.